Peace, peace, family. Today, let's talk about Obatala. And who is Obatala? Obatala is the king or the chief of the white cloth. Obatala is the head Orisha, and the Ori means or translates to head or higher self or higher consciousness, which translates or connects to your higher chakra, your crown chakra. Obatala is derived from West Africa and is central to the creation and heavily invoked by the Yoruba people. It's even said that Obatala was created, ascended from heaven on a chain to create some of the first humans. Obatala is also one aspect of Oludumare, the divine creator, and is the only one who can breathe life into the creations of Obatala. Obatala is also known for creating mankind and the body. He is also the kindly father of all the Orishas in humanity. He is the owner of all heads and the mind which governs all thoughts. Now, when dealing with Obatala, you are dealing with a very calm, pure, patient spirit. Like in the Haitian voodoo, you have two types of loas. You have the Rada spirits and you have the Petro spirits. The Rada spirits are the cool and calm spirits. The Petro spirits are the fiery spirits. So he is definitely one gentle, soft-spoken spirit. Obatala is also the source of all that is pure, wise, peaceful, and compassionate. But he has a warrior side, of which he enforces through justice and balance throughout the world. Obatala is the only Orisha that has both body parts and who represents the divine feminine and the divine masculine. So he doesn't have a permanent gender, so he is very androgynous, but he is also the spirit of activity and creativity. In dealing with Obatala, you would like to have a clean space, a clean home, a clean apartment with a good flow of energy. Because when Obatala looks inside a home, he is looking for the flow of energy and the flow of peace. So the way you depict your home or your apartment can represent the flow of your energy. So let's say if you have a messy home with a lot of clutter, that's to say in the spiritual realm that you have a lot of road blockages or spiritual blockages, and your spiritual life is a clutter and a mess. So in dealing with Obatala, depending on your house, you can work with him on Thursdays or Sundays, depending on your godmother or godfather. But truthfully, you can work with Obatala any day of the week, especially when you have downtime and the energy is more calm, cool, and relaxed for meditations, mantras, healing, and things of that nature. As far as placement, you can put Obatala in the living room, but that also depends on the energy and the flow of energy that you have in your living room, meaning the people that enter and leave. But me personally, since Ochosi is one of his bodyguards, I put him next to the warriors with Elegua, Ogun, and Ochosi. And for centuries, he has been honored as the patron of children, childbirth, albinos, and anyone with a birthmark. It is said that in the old world, Obatala marks all of his children. In the Yoruba, Oba means king, and Tala is the undyed fabric or white cloth. He is depicted by the snail because the snail represents patience and taking our time to think. It represents the time when we need to fall back and basically just map out, our thoughts, things that we want to aspire. But one day, Obatala got drunk while he was creating, and the children came out with birth defects. So if you have any children who have birth defects, Obatala is good with healing sicknesses and things of that nature. So if you have a child who is autistic and things of that nature, you can go to Obatala for healing. The best offering setup, like I said, would be in the living room. Now, in dealing with Orishas, you always want to go through Papa Elegba, Elegba first. Why? Because he can deny or allow permission to work with any of the Orishas. So you would first want to go to Elegba. You would like to say a prayer or ask him to remove any blockages, open up the roads, and allow you to work with whatever Orisha that you want to work with. You will leave him then 3 pennies or some type of offering. And then you would say a prayer to the Orisha that you want to work with. And what I mean by prayer is, I don't mean prayer as in Western religion or something of a dogma or that is dogmatic. When I say prayers, I mean prayers of power, as in affirmations, not in the form of begging, or as in mantras, because the deeper science of prayers is that they are mantras. They are words that vibrate, that you put out into the universe, that have a frequency, and they manifest through thought. So it's knowing how to pray effectively. And a prayer to Obatala, or a simple prayer to Obatala can be, or a simple mantra to Obatala can be, Obatala, help me to keep my head cool and protect me from overthinking and self-doubt, Ashe. And as far as an affirmation that you can say is, I am cool and patient. I embrace healing and transformation, Ashe, Ire. So, remember, in dealing with any Orisha, you always want to go through Elegwa first. Get permission from Elegwa. Say an affirmation or an opening prayer and state what your business is and what you want to get done. Leave him an offering. Then say your opening prayer to the Orisha that you're going to work with. It is always best to play some of their music to invoke them. There are many different forms of music that you can play, but being that Obatala is a calm spirit, his Abelonia is very smooth and laid back. Even when ringing his bell, it is in a slow motion. So you know he's a very cool, calm, and collect spirit. And you would also like to say a closing prayer to the Orisha and give thanks. And also say a closing prayer to Elegwa and give thanks. So as far as the correspondences, his ruling planet deals with Jupiter, the energy of Jupiter. His days of the week, depending on your house and your godmother and godfather, it can be Sunday or Thursday. I like to deal with Sunday if it is dealing with healing and some type of healing ritual or some type of deep meditation. If it is for like creativity and activity, I would like to do it on Thursday or Jupiter Day because that is the ruling planet. So I like to deal with that Jupiterian energy. As far as colors, his colors are white, gray, or silver, should I say, yellow, red, and purple, which can also represent the color of the rainbow. His number is 8, which deals with manifestation in the physical realm, the tree of life, and infinity. His vices can be white cloth, shells, cowrie shells, snails, silver coins, silver jewelry, doves, food offerings, rice, white rice as far as food offerings, rice pudding, coconut, green apples, green white grapes. But depending on your region, it is subject to change. So now that you have all of the correspondences, a little bit of the history of Obatala, and the do's and don'ts, what and what not, and what type of energy that you should have, and how your setup should be, and how to properly pray or invoke or appease or say proper mantras or affirmations, let's go into his altar setup. As you can see, I have his Veve. I have a statue of Obatala with Elegua. I have yellow and red flowers. I have water because water is an offering. It can be used for libations and saying mantras and affirmations, and also clearing and cleansing out negative energy and cleansing out a space. This is his candle that is lit for him, and he has another candle as an offering. He has cascarilla, or eggshell powder, a silver bell. He has 8 cowrie shells. As far as milk, you can give him coconut milk, goat milk, or cow milk, but preferably coconut milk. As far as cakes, anything white, white cookies, white donuts, white cakes, white breads, things of that nature. White rice, rice pudding. And as you can see, I have the king and the queen because it represents the divine masculine and the divine feminine, because he is androgynous and represents both genders. And of course, 8 silver coins. One last look. Ashe.